Yo, I am obsessed with Naughty P Plus, and I'm barely scratching the surface of what's possible with it. But I wanted to share with you a way that I'm using it, which is a bit different to normal. There's a bit more of like a lateral approach to it. And I want to share with you two things, but one of them is setup, one of them isn't. And I think a lot of you might dig this, especially because this is like a mentalism heavy group. So if any of you do progressive anagrams, not ESP Plus allows you to do only half the memory work. So now you only need to memorize half of a progressive anagram. It makes it so much more easier. And if it ends up being the reveal that's going to be on the phone, it gives you like a more impressive kicker for free. So essentially a miracle for free if it ends up being on the phone. So it's kind of like a multiple out, but you'll see what I mean. What I've got, or I'll kind of perform it to you very quickly. Let's imagine someone's star sign is Cancer, right? This is what we'll do. I'm going to start my PA star signs routine like this, and my phone goes in my pocket. Okay, so before I do anything, this is in my pocket just listening. In case you didn't know, that will totally work in the pocket, no problem. So imagine your star sign is Cancer, and I say to you, okay, so I want you to imagine your star sign. We've never met before. Do you know exactly how many letters are in this? Okay, doesn't matter. Look, this is what I want you to do. Picture it spelled out in the air. I need to see if you're more of an analytical or a creative thinker. So jumble those letters up in your star sign. I'm going to try and just pick some out from your mind to see if we've got a connection. There's an R in this, yes? Good. And there's an A in this. Okay, yeah, this is working. Now, I'm not sure if there's an I. No, I didn't think so. Okay, let's try this something else. I want you to picture it instead and just think about this star sign and say it over and over to yourself like Taurus, 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 Taurus. Got it? Okay. Before we began, I took a picture of something on my phone. Just remember, we've never met before. You've never said your star sign out loud. I couldn't know what it is. And you've just literally pictured it in your mind. Look at the reveal or the image that's on my phone, and you'll see it says Cancer. I should have locked the screen there. Okay. So what's happening is my code word for Cancer is Taurus, because I'm assuming most of you know how a progressive anagram works, but essentially I run through letters. I'm using Pete Turner's raised progressive anagram. As you go through each letters, when they say yes, yes, no, whichever one they stop on, you're down to one of two star signs there can be. Okay, so if it's R, if there's no R, it's Gemini or Pisces. If there's an R, but no A, then it's Cancer or it's Virgo or Scorpio. It's gonna go. I'm not gonna bore you. And it's also Pete Turner's thing. There's plenty of other places to learn that. But let me show you the inside gubbins of how this works, and then I'll tell you the other cool idea. So it's so simple. This literally, I did this in about 45 seconds. No, I'd probably say about 1 minute and 10 seconds while I was waiting for my vasectomy appointment yesterday. My counselling for it, not the actual appointment, not the snip yet. This is how fast it is, because all I needed was 5 images. Okay, so those 5 images are the star sign for Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Cancer, which are the ones which are more tricky to remember in the progressive anagram. And now I don't have to memorize those because my code word for Pisces is Gemini. So if somebody says, "Oh, there's no R in this at all," okay, oh, sorry, this is not working. You are more of a creative thinker. Just picture it in your mind and say to yourself, Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. And the same for all the other ones, right? So my code word for Scorpio is Virgo. For Aquarius, it's Sagittarius. For Capricorn, it's Libra, which is easier to remember. And for Cancer, it's Taurus, right? So this means that if you know progressive anagrams, if, for example, someone is a Libra, I say, just say this over and over to yourself, like Libra, Libra, Libra. When that hits, that is an amazing reaction. People fucking freak out. And unless you've done them and performed them before, you don't understand how powerful this is. I'm more of a visual magician. I always do this progressive anagram in any performance because it's one of the strongest things that you can do. It's bizarre. It's like the Pareto principle. It's the 80-20 rule. You get 80% back for 20% work. But now I only have to memorize half the anagram. I just have to memorize the code words in order. That's it. So it would, if they are a Libra, right, then I would say it to yourself like Libra, 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 and they react. Done. Don't pull the phone out. If they don't react, then I just pull my phone out. And I can also, I have this so that it does vibrate because it's in my pocket listening. It's vibrating, so I know it's gone off. If it doesn't go off, I can just reveal, if I can memorize the whole of the star sign, I could just say like Libra, 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 perfect. Okay, I think we have a connection. On 3, we're going to say the same star sign together. 1, 2, 3, Capricorn. And I still have the hit. But if I feel the vibration, which it will, then I'm like super, super fail safe. It's like really, really, it's one of the best ways to practice not ESP or not ESP plus, because I'm going to feel that vibration, and then I'm going to bring the phone into play. And if it doesn't hit, or something completely goes wrong, whatever, if the earth stops moving, then they didn't even know the phone was going to come into play. So I'll run it through for you one more time. Let's say Sagittarius, right? They're going to be, sorry, they're going to think of Aquarius, right? So I do this. I press start. I choose my star signs, PA star signs, and then listen. This now goes in my pocket. Like that. So I say, okay, I want you to think about your star sign. Do you know how many letters are in this? It doesn't matter. So picture it spelled out in the air, the letters, right? I need to see if you're more of an analytical or creative thinker. And I want you to jumble those letters up. And I'm going to try and pick out letters from your mind as they go through. First of all, there's an R in this, yes, and an A. Yeah. I'm not sure about the I. Yes, there is an I. Now, is this an S shape? It is an S. But I don't think there's an E. No, I didn't think so. Okay. Just say this over and over to yourself, like Sagittarius, 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 Sagittarius. Okay, I think we have a connection. You know your star sign. You've never said this out loud, have you? Before we began, I made a prediction on my phone. I want to show you exactly what it is. Make sure you don't say anything out loud. I'm going to show you exactly what that is. And that is Aquarius, your star sign. It's fucking... And if it didn't go off, I could just say, okay, you're an Aquarius. And if they were a Sagittarius, I'd say like Sagittarius, Sagittarius, and they just go, holy shit. So it's like super, super fail safe, super fun to do. The other thing that I wanted to show or do, but I haven't set it up yet, but I wanted to share this before the day got away from me, is you could create an image of like a crystal ball, for example, and filled with smoke. And then you create 5 more images, which are the same crystal ball with smoke, but you put like a constellation or like a wispy image of Scorpio, of Aquarius, and the 5 star signs are in here. So for me, I've got the star signs are one more time: Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Cancer. So hidden in that crystal ball, kind of like the Greg Rostami card in the eye thing, hidden inside that crystal ball in the 5 other images are those star signs. And what you can do is this. Is you can start off by showing the empty crystal ball, or one with like, just take a guess and put one in there at random, like Leo, right? But it's so small that they can't see it, or disguise it in a way. So it could be hidden in someone's eyes, it could be in a crystal ball, it could be like the Cognito thing where there's cards spread on a table, but secretly they spell the first letter, or whatever, right? A way to subtly hide the star sign. So begin by, like for example, let me pull up a random image. Begin, I say, I'm going to show you this image. It's not going to be much to you now, but I want you to remember that I showed you this before we began. And I'm going to place this on the table or in my pocket, whatever. As I do that, I'm in the right position on not ESP Plus to just hit go. So I'll press this. I'll get ready for my star signs. I'll have my keyboard ready. So here, so I'd go. Where is it? So I'd show a picture of a crystal ball. Right? A matching picture of crystal ball. As I go to put it down, I'm going to swipe and just press my keyboard, but literally like under the cover of darkness sort of thing. So look at this image of a crystal ball. It's not going to mean much to you, but I want to come back to it at the end. Or you don't even have to phrase it like, I want to show you my crystal ball. I don't carry a crystal ball with me, but I need this out in the open so I can use it to read your mind, okay? I'm going to place it down on the table just so that we're not focused on it for now. So do that, or in my pocket, right? Now, I go through the progressive anagram again. If I say like Libra, 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 and they're a Libra, It's done. I say, oh, amazing, that's all thanks to the power of my crystal ball. And I put it away. If, however, they're not a Libra and they're a Capricorn, I say Libra, Libra, Libra. And they're like, okay, yeah, I'm thinking of it now. I say, you remember before we began, I showed you an image of a crystal ball. Go ahead and look at the star sign inside that crystal ball. There was a hidden star sign in there from the very beginning. And then they look at it and they can go and get a close look and see that the Capricorn symbol or image was hidden within that image. It could be like a page of text. You say, look, oh, I took a photo of a torn page out of a book. We'll come back to it later. And then you can have in your wallet like line 7, word 9. And every different page could have the star sign written at line 7, word 9. So yeah, I'm going to show you a picture of a page from a book. You can't read it. It's too small for now, or don't read it yet. I'll come back to it. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, say Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. They don't react to Taurus. You say, okay, look, I showed you earlier an image of a book. This is that image again, but I wrote down on this prediction, which could be folded on the paper to take it 2 or 3 steps away, line 7, word 9. Read line 7, word 9. This folded piece of paper, which tells you where to go from before we began. And they read it and it says, Cancer, blah, blah, blah. It looks like it was out in the open. It removes the method like 3 steps away each time. And yeah, that's just a way that I need to set it up because I haven't decided what reveal or what cool image I want for it yet. But I want something that's like hidden in plain sight, but like, wow, when they look at it. So something really fit in for me. But yeah, I got hay fever, got a blocked nose. Sorry for rambling so much. I hope you dig it. Do you have any questions? Let me know. Peace.